Hey guys, and welcome back to Everquest Next Landfall. No, Landmark. I keep on saying Landfall. Anyway, so finally I have found a decent claim. If we look at the map here, it is essentially this square. Now it's sort of weird. This entire valley, as it turned out, was available to claim. The problem is that you can't have a tall claim, and nobody really knew because some person put a giant claim in midair. I have no idea how that happened. But anyway, the first thing I'm going to show you are some of the tools that we can use to landscape the area. This one I have now is the delete tool. Also, you'll notice that from my previous videos, the UI is actually working this time, which is kind of useful. So, we can basically just click to remove large swathes of land. It really is a powerful tool, and coming from someone who played quite a lot of Minecraft at a time, goddamn, tools like this are very nice, actually. So we are just going to clear some, we're just going to clear out some land, really. I'm not too sure how that really interacts with trees. Okay, apparently the trees are just left floating. That's a tad odd, actually. You would have thought the trees would be deleted. Now, you can just chop the trees down, and honestly, I'll need those resources anyways, so I guess that's not a terrible thing. So yeah, let's just, get cracking with the deletion. Overall, it's a very powerful tool, it's very nice, and I'm kind of happy with how it's all worked out. Now, here's a bit of a question. How the hell do we chop this down? Huh. Well, apparently just like this. Anyway, so I'm going to do some landscaping, and then I'm going to cut back to this video, and I'll show you just what the cleared out zone looks like. Okay, so that's, well, that's a lot of stuff done, isn't it? One thing that I learned is that you can right-click in something like a tree, and then just hit the delete key, and then that gets rid of it, so it's a lot quicker than chopping it all down the old-fashioned way. And basically what I did there was I made this whole big area. Now, I know it's not pretty, it's not really supposed to be pretty. And actually, I may as well just show you, and this is what the little voxels themselves are like. They really are quite small. Anyway, I'll just sort of try to clean up this, I don't really know why it's not letting me, like, properly destroy this stuff. But anyway, the basic idea is I will smooth this all out and then basically make a little, kind of fort-style thing in there. But first of all, what we're going to need is, crafting facilities. So, in order to go and find out what they're like, we're going to take a bit of a trek through the world. Now, things are definitely working a little bit better than the last time I played the alpha. Since then, they added a new server, they added a bunch of islands. I was actually, for the longest time, unable to use the waygates at the hub to move from island to island, which meant that I was rather limited. Now, there are still major claim issues, and honestly, I think that if they were to put the game live with the claim system that it has at the minute, it would be broken. Claiming is not fun. I actually spent 2 hours trying to find a suitable place to make this video, and that's time that's not even spent doing the video itself, which really is an issue in a game like this. I'm not too sure how they're going to handle claims. Honestly, like, this is just alpha people, and that have basically filled up every single map I have been to in the game. I have managed to walk into a mine while I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, people in the alpha have essentially filled up every single claim on every single map. Nearly. Now, this is a free-to-play game, right? So, I just cannot see it working that well with the free-to-play. This is what it's like with $60 being the price to get in. Well, if that price is free, then there'll be hundreds of thousands of people on this. How the hell are they going to fit that many claims onto a map? I don't know how they're going to do this without instancing in a kind of like a World of Warcraft style phasing kind of way. I just don't know how they're going to do it. It's very strange. They also need to fix the problem of people making a really large claim that is high above, like in the air, and then sort of there's like a buffer zone around a claim, and that basically means that one person's large claim, by the way, I don't currently know how to make a larger claim than what I started with, but anyway, it means that one person's claim can screw over everyone else that wants to make something in that area. So it's definitely a bit of an issue. I'm not too sure why I'm dropping frames here. I turned off lighting, not lighting, I'm sorry, I turned down the shadow quality, and that seemed to essentially triple my frame rate. There may be memory leaks. This is probably something you'll just have to deal with watching the video, because I don't want to be restarting it every 5 minutes. So there's that. In terms of other things that would be nice, I think for the purposes of testing, a fast travel would be really cool. Just for the purposes of testing, to help us get around the place quicker. Right now there's a bit of an issue with testing where if you want to test out some of the higher end stuff, you're going to need to play this game a long time. Like a really long time. So here we are at the hub. According to those cogs in the bottom right of the screen, we're experiencing a bit of lag here, which is lovely. Anyway, so we should be able to find some crafting benches and things like that here, and we'll be able to find out how much we need in the way of resources to build things. So let's click on this. Right, so picks, we don't really need these at the minute. We're okay for picks. Crafting station. Okay, so a stone forge is where we're going to be starting off. And then we'll probably need a saw table. But anyway, what we want originally, we have the elemental copper. We need copper ingots. And we need stone. So, copper ingots. Well, in that case, if we go to metal, copper ingot. How many did we need? We needed 14 more. Which is rather convenient, because 14 is how much we have. These definitely seem to craft pretty quickly. I'll just sort of click this up so we can craft a whole bunch at once. Sometimes the controls in this game are definitely a little bit fiddly. Well, that's nice actually, because I chose 14, instead of the bar just kind of shooting from right to left all the time, it just calculates one nice big bar to let you know how long the overall item will take, so that is much appreciated and very good. So the next thing we need is stone. How are we going to get stone? Well, we're going to get mining, so let's get mining. I wonder how much sort of stone you get per hit. Seems like we're missing some sound effects. Actually, no. I think that could just be lag. Yeah, as I said, servers being a little bit funky at the minute. That is to be expected. So I'm going to be needing stone and copper. Yeah, this is like a problem. See /reload. Well, that doesn't work. That's a very handy console command in World of Warcraft. Well. That's very bizarre, because the other commands in the game seem to be working just fine. Maybe if we use the stone pick, see if that works. Not that it should. I'd be kind of confused if this worked and the other one didn't. Right, this is rather weird. I'm going to log out and in again. Okay, we're back, and yeah, let's get mining. We need to get lots of stone to make this forge, so we shall equip the pickaxe and, well, have at it. First of all, we need to find a place that's really good for stone, though. This texture in front of me, while it does appear to look like stone, it's actually dirt. Or at least it has been when I test it. Well, it's either dirt or just flat out will not mine, which is kind of weird. / a mixture of both. Okay, actually, maybe this darker, this current color that I'm mining at the minute is stone. Honestly, it's rather ambiguous, which is maybe something that... Okay, go away, Mecha Pocket. That was weird. Anyway, maybe the Founder's Pickaxe can just kind of tear its way through all this. It's a pretty good pickaxe. Of course, we will eventually want... I'm not sure why I'm only doing single picks there. Yeah, we will eventually want to start doing things like getting copper picks and just better tools in general, because the faster we can mine, then the better. Looking at materials... right, there's two numbers there on the left. The 27 and the 9, or the 894. Not precisely sure exactly what they are. Let's just have a look. So stone, yes, we have 939. So we still do need quite a lot. An interesting thing in this game, and I suppose it's because the voxels are actually really tiny, is that every hit will get you like 40 or 50 stone, unlike, say, Minecraft, where it's 1. I'm not too sure exactly what the meter value of a voxel is in this game. It is definitely not very big, though. Okay, so the way this seems to work is that there's like the initial layer of stone, then underneath you seem to find dirt. That's just how it's generating things. Overall, though, mining does feel rather satisfying in this game. It's nice to have the terrain deform in a way that's kind of semi-realistic. So it's a nice touch. In fact, this game is just full of nice touches, really. I've really got a lot of hope for when this does become, when it gets its full free-to-play launch and everything is working out well. I think that'll be really kind of exciting. So, anyway, yeah, basically the plan is, well, once we can create our own crafting bench and wood mill and all those various things, then we will be able to head back to my claim, place those things there, so we won't have to travel back to the hub every time we want to make something, which sounds quite good. Another nice thing I've noticed is that a lot of players are making their own little crafting stations outside hubs that have got a whole bunch of different facilities and tools, so that is quite nice. Generally, players have been, so far, very decent to each other, so there we go, we have our 2,000 stone. Let's head back to the hub. And I'm not going to show you switching between worlds, at the minute, because the load screens are behaving a little bit funny. Actually, no, I'll just get this copper first. Yeah, load screens are behaving a little bit strange, so, okay, right, so was that copper, actually. So I don't really just, like, want to kill off the game or make it crash or anything like that, because that would not be fun. So, let's go to the forge and build ourselves a forge. Okay, so crafting station. We'll build a stone forge. This should just be deposited in our inventory. So after that, we need to make one of these, which is a copper reinforced saw table. So for that, we're going to need some elemental copper, which is, I think, just a rare drop. Then some tin ingots. And tin is made of, oh, tin ore. Okay, so let's get collecting. Not exactly sure when I'm going to end this episode. I may just do one of those things where I record it for an hour and then split it into 2 episodes. And if I do split it, by the way, the reason for that is just because the way YouTube works, and if you're putting up hour videos all the time, it just balls things up. It's really weird. Like today, actually, I had a video and it was the strangest thing. For the first hour of the video, me and everybody else only saw a black screen. Basically, it turned WoW Daily into a bloody podcast, which is fine, but a little bit annoying when you're using YouTube. Ugh, YouTube. It's funny, the majority of the problems or the stresses of being a YouTuber are because of YouTube itself not working. Anyway, so let's just mine the hell out of this little vein of copper. I haven't found much tin in the world. It does seem to be a bit more rare than copper. And this is one problem I can actually imagine, is that there will be a lot of superfluous mining if you actually want to mine deep. Unlike in, say, just, I don't know, it's weird. It is different from the Minecraft system, this whole idea of having way smaller voxels. Which is fine, though. It's great that we have a voxel game that is using smaller voxels, that is going for a little bit more of, well, I'm not going to say realistic, because this is a very stylized game. Now, that said, the stylization of this game is actually very strong. I think the character models look fantastic. Especially, well, I think, yeah, both the male and female ones look pretty cool. I think the female model is very well designed, actually. I don't know, it just looks like it has a lot of character to it. The male one perhaps a little bit less so. Also, the costumes and the various clothing items you can wear do look pretty cool, actually. So, really props to SOE for having some great aesthetic design going into this. Now, you may think I'm stuck here. Nope, we can just hit revert to ground. Oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Alright, future self here. I'm going to cut this episode right here. You should have another 28-minute episode coming out really soon, though, so that's all good. Why do I have to cut these? Well, essentially, when I'm living in a flat with other people, I cannot have a 5-hour long upload because they'd all kill me because the internet would be dead. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.